We have bought a van. We spent $1,000 on this van. Are we nuts? Hi!
Hello. Did it.
Did it? Oh my
It's
God.
like buying a boat all over again.
After years of sharing our lives living on a sailboat, we're swapping water for wheels just for a little while. So John went and picked up the van last night, taking our new home across Australia.
It's a 2023 VW Crafter long wheelbase. It's a home on wheels.
John and I have always wanted to do van life in either the USA or Europe, so we thought we'd test it out in our own backyard first to see if we like it. Fingers crossed there is a space for us. We'll share the highs, the lows, the realities, and with John actively working as an airline pilot, we'll still be visiting the airport regularly, sharing our overseas travels in between.
So on this episode, we're going to show you what we were looking for, why we decided to buy this van, how we closed the deal,
And we're going to make an offer.
and give you a little bit of a tour inside. So we are going to tell you how we bought the van while making pizzas. So we didn't actually know that we wanted this camper van.
We're going shopping.
We didn't know whether we wanted a caravan, a motorhome, or a camper van. We literally started from scratch.
What we did know was that we wanted to take this vehicle to one of the most beautiful places in the world for van life, Tasmania. It's that little island off the coast of Australia, and it's known for its seafood,
How's your crayfish going?
its beaches, its pristine forests and national parks. God, it's massive. And the southern lights, or the aurora australis. We've actually just spent our first month on board, and we're just at our friend's house in Tassie, but more on that soon. When we embarked on this adventure, some of the vehicles that we looked at were absolutely huge. I loved the space and the comfort that came with a motorhome, but John and I really want to free camp and we want to do some off-road, off-grid exploring. And so we quickly realized that we needed something with more guts, more grit and more power.
So big. All right, should we go to the next one?
Yeah, next one. They want 160 grand for this.
We were also on a time constraint. So we'd been looking for a van for weeks and we couldn't find exactly what we wanted. And with just 72 hours left before John's leave started, we knew we had to secure a van and fast.
We had 1 month off coming up and we had about 3 days to find a camper van.
In the end, we were looking at two options. Both of those options were 2 hours away from where we lived.
So let us know your thoughts on each. This is option one.
So we have just driven down to Tweed Heads, which is on the border of Queensland and New South Wales. I'll give you a quick tour. And so here's the bed, heaps of overhead space for storage. We've got an induction cooktop.
John's doing the walk around at the moment.
It has a heap of solar, battery banks, you name it, lithium.
Here's the head, just really quick. This is an ISOFIX seat, so we can put Chloe's seat here and it turns into a bed, and mum and dad up the front. What are you looking at now, John?
Just trying to see the panel. It's got a lot of solar, which is why they put the aircon underneath. What do you think, chicken?
So we put in an offer and we waited, but that's when we found the second van. It had more options and it was newer and it was the all-terrain version.
So we're about to go check out the van of our dreams. John really likes this one, don't you?
Well, I'll put it this way, we're on a time schedule, so beggars can't be choosers. Take what you can get. But no, it's probably like a front runner for what we've looked at so far.
We've arrived early, so we thought we'd quickly check out the Yamundi market. It's been on my sort of bucket list. It's literally down the road and it is huge.
It's packed. My favourite thing I've seen in the market so far is hemp oil for anxious dogs and cats. Just up there on the left.
As soon as we saw the van, for me, it was love at first sight.
I think this one might be the one. We want to make an offer. It's really exciting. Pretty much is ready to roll. These guys have just come back from a year's circumnavigation. That's what you call it on the road. A circuit of Australia.
What do you think? You just went for a test drive.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a bit noisy with the all-terrain tyres on the road.
Everything inside looks fab.
Yeah, you can tell it's definitely been used. It's not like a brand new one, but it's still in fairly good condition. It just needs a good clean, really, of rats. Not too bad, huh?
Should we make an offer? What do you think? Yeah? You want to go see us, Jamie?
Yeah, I think it's good. It just needs a good clean, needs a new tyre.
Before we tell you how much this van cost, let me share one of our biggest travel hacks while we're traveling.
Keeping us connected while we're on the road is Saily, the sponsor of this week's episode.
An eSIM provider that works in over 200 countries worldwide.
If you're travelers like us, you know how important it is to keep in contact with family, stay connected, work while on the road.
Find dump stations on Wikicams.
Find dump stations on Wikicams. I hope people know what that means. And to use things like Google Maps and to stay protected. But roaming costs are really expensive and finding local SIM cards and relying on public Wi-Fi is sketchy. So Saily is a great solution and it keeps us connected everywhere we go. It just takes a few minutes to set up and activate. And with a working phone, we can book an Uber, find great restaurants, post on social media and text our friends. The best part is you don't have to install a new SIM for each country. Once your Saily eSIM is installed, you can top it up with any data plan.
Get an exclusive 15% discount on all Saily eSIM data plans. Download the Saily app.
Use our Saily discount code Kristina's Travels at the checkout. I'll leave the link in the description below.
We would have liked to have been able to tailor a van for ourselves to get exactly what we wanted. Because we only had 3 days, we kind of had to go get something secondhand. That's right, Chloe.
To me though, this is like a van that I actually loved. Like as
It's
soon
a
as
really good van. We got lucky. We found something that was good.
we got
pretty
so
fast.
lucky. The other day, we actually met someone whose brother works for Volkswagen in Germany. She told us that this exact same van in Europe is worth 200,000 euros. In Australia, it's worth more around the 200,000 Aussie dollar mark. Ours that we purchased here behind us had 30,000 Ks.
We didn't pay that much. It's secondhand. It's about 1 year old.
I guess people want to know how much we paid. So that gives you an idea of around how much we paid. Okay, let's go and see how this pizza's going. I reckon it's probably done. Oh yeah, this is done. Is it? Yeah. Oh, it looks good. Oh wow, John, this is awesome.
I should have put the greens on last, it turns out. How is the pizza?
So delicious. So the next part of the story, John, we made an offer.
We did. We made 2 offers.
We made 2 offers. We made an offer on both vans.
We were pressed for time, so we just threw some offers at the wall to see what would stick. What we can offer is subject to pre-purchase inspection.
And one stuck.
And one stuck. And the other guy just wanted way too much. I don't know where we're going to fit everything on this, but a lot of gear. I'm off to spend our life savings on a van for us to live in.
Oh, have you got the check?
I have.
Can you show it to me? While John was picking up the van, I was actually making Chloe's food for the next month, by the way.
Yeah.
And John FaceTimed me.
That's Kristina's tradition. Every time before we set off for a big mission, at the 11th hour, she'll just whip up this huge moussaka or baby food in this case.
John's going back to when we had Takana. I have provisioned. There is plenty of food in the fridge. Just prepping some fruit salad. Literally the day before we went through the Bass Strait, I was cooking up a 3-hour moussaka.
Totally irrational and illogical to be doing it, but it's fine. It was tasty. And we used all the gas before we left, apparently.
Okay, so you came home. So John is just arriving. Gosh, it's so big.
We're about to move out. Do you want to see your new home?
Okay.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, welcome to your new home. You never thought you'd be living in a van. What do you think? You like it?
Okay, let's wind it back a little bit.
John and I first did van life 10 years ago in New Zealand, and we absolutely fell in love with it. Because van life meant we could explore without a time limit. There was no pressure to book accommodation.
I'm cold.
And our home could just move with us. We filmed this way before YouTube, and this is when John's love for photography was unlocked. We ended up going back 3 years in a row. We loved it so much. And so the seed was planted. And ever since,
John and I have always wanted to do van life in Europe or the USA. This was a bit of a compromise for a few reasons. We decided to stay in Australia because given that Chloe's just 6 months old, it made sense to stay here in Australia.
A little closer to home.
A little closer
Easy
to
to
home.
get around.
And also John's got some pretty hectic training coming up mid-year. He's going to be training for 3 to 4 months. So we figured that van life would be the perfect opportunity.
So he's taken some leave between now and then. So our plan is to circumnavigate Tasmania.
Yeah, so we thought the first stop on our Australian venture would be Tasmania. The only issue is the Spirit of Tasmania, which is the ferry that connects the mainland to Tasmania, books out months in advance for camper vans or larger vehicles.
So we were on standby. We didn't even know if we were going to get this bad boy onto the island of Tasmania.
But you're only allowed to nominate one day. So we nominated the 5th of February. We had to register it, clean it, pack it.
Thank you.
You know what, we'll find a nice place in Lonnie, get everything cleaned up. Look at that, that's how much you fit in one.
Oh, whoa.
Drive it 2,000 kilometres in
72 hours.
72 hours.
So,
With a baby.
call us crazy.
Got a new hiking seat. She's got little stirrups here for her little feet. That's going to be your new home for a little while.
Chloe's sleeping.
So we've got a little lint shaver. The van was pretty filthy. The fridge, cooktop, so we cleaned it up so John could hit the road.
This is bringing like major memories back to boat life.
The key to living on board a boat is you have to be strategic and everything has a place.
Working in a small space.
So we need to utilize this space as much as possible.
Obviously what we want to do this trip is just explore this beautiful country, a heap of hikes, make incredible memories as a family and just enjoy this new life on the road. I'm buzzing. I can't wait for it to begin. I'm kind of jealous that John gets to go tonight, but I'm looking forward to meeting him in Tassie in just a few days. So why did we have to do all of this in 72 hours?
Because we had a spot booked on the Spirit.
Oh.
We're on the wait list for the 5th. As soon as we thought about buying a camper van, I put us on the wait list. We just had to try and buy a van and then get everything sorted to get down there for that date.
And the reason why we chose that date is because John's month off had just started too. John works month on, month off if you're new here. This seat is like transformed. The seat looks amazing already.
Yeah, I got a fair bit more to go, but
Oh,
I've already banged my knee on the corner there.
oh, oh.
Yeah, just be careful. It's not a bad thing, it's just...
Ow.
And at the time that I left Brisbane, we still weren't cleared for that standby trip. And I spoke to the staff and they're like, look, just come down, see what happens when you get here. The Spirit of Tasmania set sail, I think, at about 6:45 tonight. A couple of hours and we should know. Otherwise, we'll just be playing the waiting game until we get a spot. They told me 3 hours before the ferry departed that I was on.
It was an overnight ferry, so it would take him all night to get there.
So while John was on the ferry getting the van down to Tasmania,
Oh, look at this. Found my chair. See here.
Chloe and I caught a flight and we met him in Launceston. So we're just at the airport together. Mum's on her way to Adelaide and Chloe and I are on our way to Launceston. And we're about to start the big epic journey. Mum came up to help me and to look after Chloe as well. I was getting all the bags prepared and to get to the airport.
Lovely, love her.
Here's from the Spirit of Tassie, sun setting. And just about to head out the heads, a little bit different from the last time Kristina and I headed out of these heads.
Well, we're going through the heads.
It's a bit of a deja vu moment. Pretty cool.
And while John was questioning his life choices, dreaming of boat life again one day, Chloe and I landed in Launceston. Flight time, 2.5 hours.
He's here. He's arrived. Oh my goodness. So I haven't even been in this van yet. I don't even know what it feels like to be a passenger. So this is going to be interesting. Here we go. Oh my god, his shoe falls out.
Welcome home.
Hey, how are
Hi, little chicken.
Hello. Daddy's been busy driving.
He will find his shoe eventually.
Oh, hello.
Gosh, it's a bit quicker to fly than drive, I imagine.
Oh, this is her first ride in the van.
First ride in the bongo van.
Oh, we need to get a little sunshade for her. Oh, what? Oh my gosh.
It's your first ride in the bongo van.
This is really exciting.
It's Chloe's first too.
Oh my god, you're putting the seat. You're getting comfortable.
All right, all strapped in.
Oh wow, John, this is amazing. What are we gonna call it? Is it called the Bongo Wagon?
Did it.
We did it! Oh my
It's
god.
like buying a boat all over again.
Except in like a week.
Oh gosh, what a whirlwind week that was. My goodness.
Oh my god.
So we bought the van, had the tyre fixed, the wheel
windscreen.
alignment, the windscreen, all the safe
Roadworthies.
inspections, picked it up in Noosa, drove it to Brisbane, cleaned it, packed it, drove it down to Geelong, got on the Spirit of Tasmania overnight, got it here, sorted everything out, and then you flew in and I've just picked you up. And that was in less than 3 days.
Is that why you've got your sunglasses on?
Yeah, my eyes are just hanging out of my head.
And I
I'm
noticed
very
you
ready
did a
for
really
bed.
big shop today as well.
I did.
I saw like a big
hungry.
whopper of like $400
You know what?
shopping.
It's not even half full. There's heaps of space. You'll be pleased to know. How's little chicken? She loving her new little house.
She's happy.
We found a free campsite just up here. We're pretty knackered, tired.
Wow. So this is a free campsite. This is amazing. I didn't know that this sort of thing existed in Australia, so close to cities.
We have a lot to learn again. We also have big plans not only to circumnavigate Tassie, but at this stage to make our way up the east coast of Australia and beyond. In between all of this, we have overseas trips to share, some just John and I, and others will be taking Chloe along for the ride.
Hit that like button if you're excited for this next adventure.
And subscribe or join us on Patreon for a full tour on board next.